Hey everybody, Ben here. So I wanted to address a couple things based on comments on one of the videos I published a couple weeks ago. A lot of people made the comments about how, we dress like cop wannabes and we try and dress as close to being a cop as we possibly can to get away with it, stuff like that. But I wanted to kind of dispel some of those myths about why we dress the way we dress and explain a little bit of it to people that might not know. You know, yeah, we wear badges, we wear vests, gun belts in the states that allow us to carry guns, tasers, handcuffs. We do wear all the equipment or similar equipment that law enforcement wears, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're wannabe cops. In fact, a lot of people that I know that are in this business never were cops and never wanted to be cops. They do this work, they enjoy this work, and they're good at it, so that's what we do. So let me go over a couple of things we carry and why we carry them. The firearm is, kind of a obvious no-brainer. We want to be able to protect ourselves. If we're out there trying to catch somebody and they start firing at us, and the only way we can protect ourselves is to return fire, then that is what it is. I hope it never comes down to that. For me, it never has. I've never exchanged fire with anybody as a bounty hunter, and I hope I never have to. But then we move to the taser. All right? Yeah, I carry a taser. It's not because I want to be a cop. It's because it's less than lethal. I don't like spray. I don't carry spray. I haven't carried spray in a long time. There's a story behind that, but I wound up with a face full of my own spray because of the wind, and I haven't carried it since. Carry a body cam. The body cam is not to make YouTube videos. It's to protect myself so that my side of the story is on record if it comes down to it, if things go sideways. All right, the badge, the patches that clearly label me, agent, fugitive recovery agent, fugitive recovery agent on the back, have a badge. Listen, if I'm knocking on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning and you come to the door and there's just a guy standing there wearing a jacket and a baseball cap, I imagine you are not likely to open that door or even communicate with that person. You'll probably just go back in the house and call 911. Now imagine that there's 3 or 4 of us out there, and we're not wearing anything to identify us. That could create a very scary and uncomfortable situation for you. It could even create a deadly situation for the guy knocking on the door. Some weird guy comes knocking on my door at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not coming to the door empty handed. But if I look out the door and I see clear markings, at least it gives me a level of comfort to at least say, hey, who are you? What are you doing here? Get some more information. Now, heaven forbid things go sideways and law enforcement shows up and here I am standing there with a gun in my hand. What would you rather me be? Somebody with no identifying markers, just a guy with a gun in his hand, or somebody that, at least looks like one of the good guys? That it wasn't too very long ago. Matter of fact, November of 2018 in Alabama, there was an active shooter at a mall. As soon as the shots rang out, there was a off-duty officer at the mall. He drew his weapon to go find the active shooter, and guess what? He was in civilian clothes. Cops showed up and shot him dead because they didn't know he was an off-duty officer. All they heard was gunshots. There was a guy holding a gun. They eliminated the guy holding the gun. Hey, I don't want to be that guy that gets eliminated because I'm holding a gun. I don't want to be the guy that, they have to explain to my family that we're sorry. It was a case of mistaken identity. So this is not because I want people to believe I'm anything other than a fugitive recovery agent or bail enforcement agent. In fact, I plan on, as soon as I get an opportunity, all this fugitive recovery agent stuff, I'm going to move more toward the bail enforcement agent. Patches and shirts and stuff. I have a lot of the fugitive recovery agent shirts right now, in patches, so it's just going to have to wait. But I'm not ashamed to be a bail enforcement agent. I am not a cop wannabe. Most of the people I know aren't cop wannabes. We wear the equipment we wear to do the job we do. You know, it's no different than walking into a hospital and everybody from the doctors to the x-ray techs have on scrubs, or walking onto a construction site and everybody from the job foreman to the hired help on the grounds wearing hard hats and maybe vests and gloves. It's the equipment that's appropriate for the work that we do. I hope this message gets to the people that are out there passing laws based on an opinion of other people. There's laws trying to be passed right now in states that they're trying to say that we should not be able to wear law enforcement style gear. Well, this is no more law enforcement style gear than the stuff that law enforcement wears and uses is military style gear. It's just gear that's appropriate for the job. Cops aren't out there trying to be the military. We're not out there trying to be the cops. We're out there doing a job, and we're using the equipment to do the job. I don't know, I'm repeating myself over and over, but I think it's an important point. I hate that laws are being passed because there's a couple of mess ups out there making a bad name for us. There's a reason that I wear an outer vest instead of a covert vest. The covert vest goes under the shirt. The outer vest takes the load off of the belt. I'm actually going to be changing outer vests because I don't particularly like this one because I can't take any more load off my belt than this little flashlight in my body cam. I'm going to get a vest where I can put my taser here. No, it's not because that's what the cops do, but there's a reason that the cops do it. This belt weighs 27 pounds. There's 27 pounds on my hips. I don't think it weighs that much. I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but it's a heavy belt and it's on my hips. It's causing me some problems with my nerves and my legs. I get this numb feeling right here. I got to go see the doctor about it, but according to Dr. Google, it's from wearing utility belts, and it's common among construction workers, law enforcement, military, people that wear heavy equipment and wear belts around their waist. So, matter of fact, it's numb right now. I could probably put a cigarette out on it, would never feel it. So I'm going to start moving stuff from my belt up to my chest. I'll still have the belt. It does serve a purpose. It's a good weight distribution belt for the stuff that you have to carry on your waist. Because let me tell you, guns, you put guns and a couple pair of a gun and a couple pair of handcuffs on a regular belt, it'll be broken in half in a couple of weeks. So anyway, that's all for now. I just wanted to clear up some stuff for people that might not know. They might sincerely think that we're just trying to be cops, and that's just not the case. Like I said, equipment appropriate for the job. I take my job seriously. I love what I do. I like to think I'm good at what I do, and I'm going to keep wearing this stuff as long as I'm legally allowed to. Anyway, that's all for now. Ben the Bondsman signing out. Remember, bail bonding isn't what we do, it's who we are.